to a special mini pod of Technical Foul, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me.
I'm the RJ.
Only known as
The RJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real-life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy, K. Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K. Diddy.
Take that. All right.
Keep forgetting how long his intro is.
Nigga, Mike.
Says the man with the longest intro. Your intro got like 50 for the...
Dude, you got like 50, 11 AKs.
Dude be trying to be all smooth and shit.
And then you vamp afterwards. Be like, man, damn, that shit was good. It made my nipples hard. God damn.
Hey, I'm just saying, sometimes.
You don't need to share that information with us, brother. You can keep that to yourself.
That's between you and your nipples.
Right.
We be having conversations in public sometimes. That's okay.
Remember early on when every time Ken heard nipples with tassels.
He had a tassel face for a minute.
I forgot about the tassels.
Hey, the tassels be lit though.
Fam. Okay. Anyways, we're dropping this little mini pod for y'all. We were using TECK Foul Cinema throughout the pandemic, or the beginning of it, when we didn't have any sports. And we kind of enjoyed doing that. So we're bringing that back in a mini format, just reviewing live documentaries or sport series that are on air. So we're starting with Hard Knocks, since the first 2 episodes have appeared. Or I shouldn't say appeared, but have aired. There's the A word.
Showed up out of nowhere.
Out of thin air. But,
damn, this is a good ass show. Let me know what's that.
But since that's what's on TV right now, we decided to start with that. Let us know what other shows you'd like to hear us do. We were thinking things like Last Chance U, since there's a new season of that. Undertaker Last Ride, things like that. So let us know what you like to hear us do after Hard Knocks. So since the first 2 episodes are out, we'll be doing the first 2 in review today. So let's get into it, shall we?
Easy.
Episode 1. It starts off with Chargers head coach Anthony Lynn talking to all his players on Zoom, and it made me think of Eric going, "This looks terrible." Zoom calls with multiple people are just, yeah.
They had like 95 people on that damn call. Like,
hey coach. Oh, wait a minute, I'm finna mute all y'all real quick.
Like, if you want to talk, raise your hand. Goddamn it! Like,
they got a button.
Man, he had to answer every single question, and that little montage made that seem like that conversation went on for hours.
Exactly.
Hours. But later on, Anthony Lynn did reveal that he had COVID-19. Before the show aired, nobody knew that about him. So it was kind of like breaking on air that he had it. And when he was talking about why he got tested, I was like, I wonder how many people don't realize what some of the symptoms are of this, virus. Yeah. And then I'm glad he got tested and found out, because as he said, like, he could have been just out here real bad, infecting a lot of people. So
yeah,
it's wild that he got the idea to get tested by watching golf. Seeing a golfer, it's like, oh yeah, I'm having these body aches and pains, and
that sound like me.
Right, I've been going through the same thing lately.
It was like WebMD, but in golf form, where he was just like, I got them same symptoms.
Mm-hmm. I think a voila moment.
Aha. And it's funny because that's such a 50-year-old black man way to do it too. Like, man, I think I got the Rona. Goddamn it! Like, you got a little cough and shit.
Like you've been coughing the same way I've been coughing. Maybe I should go get checked out real quick.
Man, he just sounded like an old black man.
I got the Rona.
You sound like that when he was talking about grilling too, talking about some, I'd rather be smoking on the grill than just have a smoker and playing dominoes.
You know what? I was with him there though. Like the gas grill, like the food doesn't taste the same.
It don't.
Yeah, it don't. You need a little bit of smoke poisoning.
Hey, I agree with you though. And then they were also showing just how both the Rams and the Chargers training camps were getting set up due to the COVID? Like, what did y'all think about, well, one, the differences between the two and how they were going about it, and then just the measures they were taking to ensure that their players could be safe?
I think the first thing that came to mind with me was like seeing like all the disinfectant and the Clorox wipes. I'm like, oh, so that's where all that shit is going. So like, I can't find it nowhere.
Impossible.
But no, I think that given, I don't know, I guess it kind of highlights like how decentralized everything is with the NFL. Like they're kind of just leaving the teams up, like to kind of fend for themselves. Yeah, like kind of like good luck. Like that seems the direction that they got from the NFL versus the NBA, where everything was literally centralized. Like they brought everybody to the same place, everybody's under the same protocols. Yep. Like, and that's not even necessarily a value judgment at this point. It's just, it's interesting, like the different approaches that the two leagues took, which then trickled down to two different approaches essentially that the two teams took. But I don't think that either is necessarily wrong. Like it seems like both seem to be taking it seriously. And throughout the thing, like they've been hitting home, like wear your mask, like remember to put your mask up, like, you know, like they're actually taking it seriously. So that's good to see, because I was concerned, especially after the various outbreaks within the Major League Baseball, like these teams are doing what they need to be doing. At least it appears that they are.
Agree with that. One of the standout people on the first episode to me was Rams rookie Dante. Is it Dayton? Is that how you say his last name? Dayton? You said what?
No, I thought it was Deion.
Is it Deion?
Deion. Yeah,
Dante Deion.
Dude.
Man.
He was irritating the hell out of
me.
He was straight irritated. I'm like, dog, go sit your ass down.
Like the way he was talking, it was like he was already on the team. Like, dude,
right.
You better be seen, not heard. Like,
or you better be knocking these balls away and laughing the whole time, bro. Don't be letting nobody come up on you like catch all these passes on you, bro. Man. Like, dude,
you definitely need to relax.
For some reason, Aaron Donald got his shirt off in like every other scene in Hard Knocks. I've noticed.
Because he been working out. He been trying to flex. He like, hey, camera's here.
Hey, I don't knock the hustle. I can understand, because I was like, this goes back to what we talked about a little bit on episode 162 with like just how athletes are treated at certain times, like kind of like it's a meat market a little bit. And that man stayed with his shirt off. And if you work that hard, you deserve to be able to have your shirt off whenever you want to.
You work that hard to walk around with your shirt off. That's why you do it. You want to walk around with your shirt off.
Like I remember my guy from high school, like he started working out like years ago. And like as soon as his results started coming in, like I never saw that dude with a shirt on. Like he was in the barbershop in a beater. I'm like, I can't even say nothing. Like you put the work in.
Right.
Yeah, but Deion was trying to move his locker room from the projects to the suburbs, which that man's mouth don't stop. But he made me laugh. Like I was cracking up.
He was talking
first episode, sure.
We on the first episode, Nick.
Damn. And that's the first time I've seen Tim be speechless. Like, he had nothing to say. He's like,
nothing.
No, yeah, he was just like, hey, it's cool.
I'm gonna let it live.
Yeah, hey, it's cool.
He used to take. He lived to take L's.
Nobody worry about his ass.
Chris Paul gift, like
right. Exactly that gift. And then the other scene in the first episode that had got me was when Jalen Ramsey of the Rams, the cornerback, when the media members were asking him about his contract. And he said, hey, my agent is working with it with the front office. I don't have too much more for you. Well, how do you feel about not having your contract? Is that something important to you? My agent and the front office are working on my contract. But how do you feel about your? And then he got fed up. Did y'all think he was wrong for how he reacted?
No, not at all. Because I mean, like initially, like you said, if I gave you an answer, you trying to dig. Okay, block that one. You came at me again with another question. Okay, cool. But then the chick coming back, you know what? No, that's actually a really good question. What about your contract? You want to be like, bro, no. You see me tell him no. You go turn around and ask the same damn question. No, third time's not the charm. I'm going to get on up and scurry the fuck on out of here till y'all find out what y'all going to do. Because y'all can ask me anything else but what I done answered 3 times already.
And it's like, when he walked off, it wasn't necessarily that he, like, walked off mad. Like, he sat there, he answered the question, he said what he was going to say, he waited, nobody asked him another question. Like, all right, cool, I'm out. Thank you. Like, if they still wanted to ask him questions, they should have asked him questions. Like, if you're just going to be silent, like, we have no reason to be here. So I don't have a problem with it. Like, Marshawn does it. Like, I'm just here so I'm going to get fined, and people find it endearing. So if he keeps giving the same answer to the same question, like,
you know that the Last Dance documentary really put some things in perspective for me. Like, watching Michael Jordan go from city to city being asked the exact same question in every single city over and over and over. Mm-hmm. Like, I can understand that level of irritation. Like, I'm not saying Jalen Ramsey is getting asked the same question to that level, but that documentary made me realize, like, how irritating that can be for a player. And, like, I can't fault them for eventually being like, stop asking me the same question. Like, I already told you what I was going to say. The answer is not changing. So let me enjoy what I need to be enjoying right now. Let me do my job and get on. And then they also had showed Joey Bosa getting his contract, and he got all emotional. You gonna do it's a big eye roll. You made my head hurt, man.
Bosa's demeanor versus on the field versus his demeanor off the field is completely different.
It seems healthy. I would hope that you'd be able to have that level of juxtaposition on and off the field as a football player.
It just seemed to me like he don't like his teammates. Like, the way that he was interacting with them, like,
yeah, he don't fuck with
it's dry ass conversations. Like, they're like, "Oh, what you gonna do with your money?" Like, I don't know, I might buy a boat. And then they all cracking jokes. He's like, "Yeah, cool." Like, he just like, he seemed like me with my team, with my coworkers. Like, I'm talking to y'all because we work together, but you're gonna get this dry conversation.
Do people really try to talk to you on a regular basis at work?
Yeah, kind of. As like,
I can see that.
They got a bet to see who can make you talk the most.
Who can actually hold a conversation
they take
for longer than 5 seconds?
Like, I'm cordial, but I don't get too deep with it.
Hey, I don't blame you on that.
And if I got $100 million contract, I can definitely want to talk to anybody.
But they all in your pockets too.
Yeah, they know exactly.
That was irritating. I was like, yeah, that probably bothered me. Like, hey, yeah, money man, yeah. Well, we like, nah, we ain't got to talk about this for the whole practice.
But I mean, like, when your pockets are like a ESPN push notification, like, it kind of changes things. Like,
how would you feel about that, Ken? If somebody asked you about every 2 seconds, all your teammates, bro, you play, and you was, yeah. If all your teammates and them, Eric, them roll up on you when y'all was playing football. Hey, money man.
No, that's irritating, bro. Like, y'all know I'm making the money I make. Just move around, you know. It was. I don't hear that shit every 5 minutes. I'm broke, nigga. You just know that. I got on ESPN and them niggas live.
Right, you donated it. Bro. Put it in the bit exchange. Oh, with the what do you do? Put it in Bitcoin. Oh, you do Bitcoin thing. What would cryptocurrency?
That Bitcoin? No, I ain't doing that shit.
Nah, I need my cash in cash. I'm not trying to.
Man, I don't want no parts of that yet.
The market too volatile for me. And then also in the first episode, they were showing the Chargers quarterback competition a little bit. So you had their rookie Justin Herbert, who was looking pretty good. As I forget which player it was, but he's like, he threw a good ball, man. Like, it's a good ball. Like,
I love his balls.
Yeah, I love the ball.
Look at him like, you say you love his balls, man.
You know what I meant.
Meanwhile, Tyrod Taylor, he's much like a respected leader. From everything that they were saying on the episode and just based on what you can see just on the internet, it looks like Tyrod is going to go into the season as the starter. But
I mean, especially without real game reps, like,
exactly. And that's not a bad thing. Situation. Yeah, it's not a bad thing for Justin Herbert to be on the bench in his first year. Like, especially once again in this current environment.
Yeah.
I also thought it was kind of cool seeing Tyrod on the call when they showed the players who were talking to, I forget what other player it was, about his differing opinions. Yeah, differing opinions on like kneeling and standing and the movement itself. And it was really cool just to see a little snapshot of how teammates are handling those conversations internally. And seeing Tyrod there too, also like, oh yeah, this is why y'all say he's a leader too. Like he's in these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So
stuck around, just make sure that there's some clarity. If there's any confusion, had a couple other teammates stick around, show some support, and it's cool because there's like now you know,
Mm-hmm.
now you can respond correctly if need be, or if anybody say anything about what you got going on, I got you because we've educated you, and now we got you. Like
it could be just like a product of like their editing, but like it felt like there wasn't like a I don't want to say coherent, but like I just feel like he was getting contradictory instructions because like some people are like, it's not about the flag, and then some people are like, well, we are protesting the flag, but you know what I mean? Like it's like either it is or it's just kind of, I don't know, like make sure that the people that are instructing people that want to be educated are actually educated on the subject themselves and not just kind of like not flying off the handle, because it isn't like they were like emotional about it. It's just like I feel like you could probably confuse somebody by giving them contradictory information when your goal is to kind of like educate them.
I would agree with that.
That's fair.
Overall, what did y'all think of the first episode of Hard Knocks? Did it make you be like, man, I can't wait till next week, or were you like, it's fine?
I would say it was. I couldn't wait till next week, but it also helped me. This first episode actually helped me feel a lot more comfortable with what the NFL got going on because of the COVID protection. So watching it, especially episode 1, because they dug like a little bit more into how they making sure everything is safe and clean. I was like, you know what? They might have a chance.
So them getting tested and everything.
They might have a chance.
Yeah.
I do wonder if these teams being on Hard Knocks kind of made them make sure that they're doing what they need to be doing, and if like with the other 30 teams, like are they as diligent about mask and social distancing? Like I'm sure everybody's doing the testing that they're supposed to be doing, but like it felt like these teams, like every shot, like there's somebody with a mask on, like they made sure, whether it's through editing or if that's actually how it is on the ground, but like everybody was masked up, and like there were signs everywhere about social distancing. Like they had the little armbands, like everything. Like I just hope that it's consistent across the board is I guess what the point I'm trying to make. The one thing I was having trouble with more so in episode 2, but it's like keeping the team straight, like who's on what team, like their color schemes are similar. Like there just isn't enough.
They are.
Yeah, like there just isn't enough like to differentiate. So I'm like, and again, I'm getting ahead of it because I think this was episode 2, but like they had the DBs all together from the Chargers. I'm like, damn, they got a cold secondary, and I'm like, and they got Jalen Ramsey, and I'm like, wait, nope, he's another team. Like, so I did enjoy it. Like even as somebody that doesn't really care for football itself, like I liked it. The feel of it made me think of like a cross between like Ballers and The Game. It's just like, okay, like I see like where like the real life intersects with like the fictionalized versions of it, and so like that was entertaining at least.
I hear you. Cam, what did you feel about the first episode? Did it make you want to tune in continuously?
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than I expected to. Like I went into it just like, okay, I'm watching it just for the pod, but like I actually really like enjoyed it in the long run. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in for the rest of the season.
I mean, like you said, you kind of got to now, but I feel the energy though. I've been a Hard Knocks fan since I could get HBO to watch the show. Like I've always loved this show, and I'm happy it's back. It did make me feel, like Tim said, more comfortable, and it made me also think of something that Eric mentioned about the fact that football is going to go on. Like next man up is their mentality, regardless. So before on previous episodes of the pod, I was talking about like how I don't think there's going to be an NFL season, or I'm not going to get myself excited about anything because it's not going to happen. But they're going to do this. And watching Hard Knocks just reiterated the fact that they're going to be doing this. Like when Coach Lynn had mentioned the fact that the team that can handle COVID the best, as well as just on the field, like they're going to be in the best position to win. And I was
Which is the truth.
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah, that's very true.
Here we gonna go. So that wraps up episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2, since we the mini pod is an extended mini pod this week. Extended mini don't even make sense. That don't even sound right. It don't make no sense.
It's for the road though.
So episode 2, some of the things that stood out to me in that one. So they were focusing a lot on Austin Eckler, who's the Chargers running back, about his story. He was an undrafted free agent in 2017. He used the preseason to really make his mark and make the team, and now he just got a new contract this past offseason. And he's shifty. He's shifty. And the point they were driving home was just like how much more difficult it's going to be for undrafted and fringe roster players to make NFL rosters this season because of COVID. And that's something I had just not thought about. Like, I just did not think about the fact that losing preseason means hundreds and guys are losing the chance to show that they belong in this league.
Ditto.
They also showed just like players and staff adjusting to playing during COVID. We mentioned Justin Herbert in episode 1 and how he was showing that he had some skills, some talent, but they were mentioning in this episode that he needed to find his voice a little bit more. They said at college he ran a system where he was just in the shotgun most of the time.
Just Oregon.
Yep.
Come on, bro. It's a track team. All you got to do is sit in shotgun all damn game.
But he communicated in claps, which was interesting to me. And now he has to learn a whole pro style offense, which once again, probably a good thing that he's not expected to start this season.
Mm-hmm.
The silent cadence is all. It's funny because even with like the kids when I was coaching, we used to use like silent counts or snaps or points or just body movement just to kind of throw off the defense, because you said, you want to give your offensive line a chance to be able to at least push off the ball and be able to get the blocks engaged, give you a shot.
Now, let me ask y'all this question. So when he was doing his cadence, Coach Lynn was talking about that you're giving the calls away. Like, I can tell if you're running a pass or a play. Did y'all hear any differences in his cadence? Like, did your ear catch
I didn't go back
difference?
and rewind it. I should have. I thought about it. I was like, I do want to hear, because it did sound like he was saying it's soft, but I was like, But I didn't go back and re-listen. I should have went back and re-listened because I wanted to know if there was a difference. But I think they only showed one play. And
they
then
showed two.
They did show two?
Mm-hmm. And I was listening and I was like, I don't have an NFL ear. Like, like it just didn't sound too much different to me.
It definitely sounded to me.
Wait, you said what, Ken?
No, I'm saying it definitely sounded the same. Like, I couldn't tell any difference.
But that attention to detail kind of reminds me of like Any Given Sunday, when the dude's like, if his knuckles turn white, that means that he's pass rushing. It's like any little edge that you can get, like they're taking it. So it's like if you have any tail whatsoever, like you got to have a straight poker face.
That's for everybody though. They're like running backs. If you leaning, they be like, "Oh, he going this way." Like wide receivers, the same thing. Or if they come off the ball slow, as a receiver, if you come off the ball slow, like, "Oh, he blocking," so then it must be a run play. Or if you come off the ball quick, like, "Oh, he must be going to get the ball." So it's just anything. It's wild.
That level, like you said, attention to detail that's crazy. I know this was that interested you, Eric. Jalen Ramsey buying his house now, or going house shopping, I should say.
Yeah.
Now,
sorry.
I want to preface this because you've gone through the home buying process, and I'm not sure because this man is also famous, but I did not know that they would stage houses to that level of detail for somebody.
Me neither.
No, you can have money for all that.
Like, I was gonna creepy.
Say that's something that only happens when you buying like a couple $1 million homes. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, how y'all get these family pictures though?
Right.
Y'all painting on the wall and shit. Like, how y'all know I want this color here, bro? I gotta turn around. And, like, no, y'all can get that off. I liked it before y'all put all the thank yous and the love. I appreciate it. I was like, that's dope. I was like, damn, ain't nobody gonna try to swoon me to get a house.
Man,
you know what? That's a goal.
You want to get
beg me to buy your house?
Again, you always argue against yourself. You're like, ain't nobody finna swoon me, and then it's like, I want that though. Like,
hey, I mean, right now at this moment, ain't nobody swooning me, but
he said, I want you to try. I want you to
let me feel special.
Right, let me try.
Leave me some peppermints or something.
That's what they sell you if you walk in the house and they got some peppermint.
I mean, at least I know that you can. Shit, hotels leave them on your pillow.
I ain't had a hotel do that in so long. I don't know if that's still a thing.
I don't want to do it now though. Rona.
Rona mints.
They're gonna walk in there like, hey, baby, they got peppermints in this motherfucker.
It's a sign. It's a sign. This the one.
Give me a pen now.
That's the room. That's the room. This is where we're supposed to be at.
This nigga like, you had me at peppermints looking at it.
Oh man. Rams offensive tackle Andrew Whitworth, he mentioned that his whole family actually had COVID. I also didn't realize he was 38. He appeared in a former season of Hard Knocks, like from your 4th season to your 15th, and you're still here.
That's crazy though. That's dope.
Crazy. But he said that his family caught it because his nanny just went out to lunch with a friend, which he said isn't innately like a dangerous or risky proposition. Okay.
It is right now. Like, that's the whole thing. I'm like,
not really supposed to be doing that, but
all she did was go out for lunch, like, yeah, and probably didn't social distance, didn't have a mask on, like.
And he said that, he's like, maybe she had a mask, or maybe she didn't for a second, I'm like, you keep saying shit that you're not supposed to do. Like, all of this shit you're not supposed to do. Well, I don't think it was being stupid or anything, or a big deal. Oh, you got Rona from her. Like,
everybody, your whole house,
your household and hers.
And then their parents came, or someone said the parents came, and they had it too, didn't they?
It was her parents. Her parents came over to quarantine with the family because they figured they might get it soon too. And guess what? They has got it too.
They had a Rona party.
A whole Rona party.
It was a whole Rona.
Because she wouldn't have had lunch, but it wasn't that, it wasn't stupid or nothing.
And the food probably wasn't even good. They probably went to some weekend.
It was at Chili's and shit.
And they had a disappointing lunch.
Applebee's.
They was mad they didn't even eat the shit.
Get your ass down. At least I want a gourmet meal if I'm gonna catch Rona from it. Shit.
Okay, first Tim want peppermints at his house to know that is the one he's supposed to buy, and now you want lobster for the Rona. See, y'all niggas is tripping. Oh man, but I think what he was I agree with y'all points. I think what he was trying to say is that the notion around it is that people are catching it from doing things like going to parties or going to the bar and drinking or sneaking off to Pato or whatever the case may be. But I think what he was trying to say is it was as simple as somebody could think like, I'm just going to meet with this one person in this one place, and then I'm going back home to continue doing what I normally do. And even the Chargers coach, Seth Ryan, who had the false positive, where he was like, how could I have it? All I do is go home and come back and go home and come back and play Call of Duty and then go to work and then come
back.
And it's like, it made me think about the fact, like, when this news all broke, I was super diligent. Like, if anything was coming into this apartment, I was getting the wipes out. We wiping everything down. It was like protocol. And as time has gone on, I have gotten more relaxed where I'm like, I probably can't live on this box too long. And
I'm still Lysoling around the crib, bro. Like, I got flashlights in the club.
Let me just wash my hands after I touch this and just put this over here in the corner. And it made me think, like, maybe I should start being a little bit more diligent again, because
bye.
No time.
What's up, girl?
BK. Brooklyn in the house.
Yeah, she out here chilling.
That's what's up. That's what's up. People who watching the video gonna be like, "Oh, baby."
Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah, it just made me think about, like, this is all very fragile. Like, I'm not out here doing anything crazy, but like I could always be more safe. That's the message I got from watching this particular episode. I felt like that was a heavy message that was coming throughout.
Like, I just think that it's weird that, like, we have to make decisions like, can I go to this restaurant, or can I go see my grandparents, or, like, I don't know, something like that. But then there are people out here like going on vacations and partying and at the strip club. And, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, goddamn, like, you really do get penalized for being responsible. Like,
always.
It's frustrating.
Because you want to,
I'd rather be sorry.
You really haven't seen people. Like, there's people who haven't seen people and want to see people and things like that, but then you just kind of look at the way they move and you're like, dude, like
I can't mess with it.
You keep moving. Like, I want to see you, I want to come by, I want to do this, but I can't because I know I'm not moving that way. And you, every time I talk to you, you going somewhere, you with somebody, a group of people, you're going in a crowd or something. Like,
And that tells me like you probably aren't masking up, you probably aren't washing your hands, you probably aren't, social distancing. So it's just like the way that you move informs me of how serious you take everything.
Yeah.
Which
I would agree with that.
To bring it back,
and then people come, get sick and be like, I don't know what happened. Like,
if you suck your ass,
I just went to lunch. The fuck?
That's wild. You can't even go to lunch. Were you gonna say something though, Tim?
No, I was just saying, shit, to bring it back. You can't even go to lunch, bro. You never know who went where with somebody and got it, bro. It's just trash.
Yeah.
I had this scare at work, man. I had never been so scared. I went to I got tested, dude. I was scared it took 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours for me to get my test back. I was nervous as shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Man,
I can imagine. Like, everybody, I know a couple of people who've been like, I had to get tested because somebody who I had contact with had it. And like that, man, it's wild. Like, this is just a wild time.
It definitely was nerve-wracking. And the test trash, yo. Like,
they stabbed you in the brain?
Yeah, bro, that's garbage, bro.
And they swirl it on around for a second.
Yeah, it's trash, bro.
Oh, so wait, when you was watching Hard Knocks and you seen they only hit like just the nostril, was you pissed off?
I was pissed off. Like, what? Do you know what I said? Yeah, y'all niggas crapping.
That was interesting to me though. Like, you have these dudes that like aren't afraid of like CTE or like going across the middle against James Harrison, but like a needle and a swab in the nose has them terrified.
That's Casey Hayward too, sitting there asking all them damn questions. I'm like, bro, you're cornered.
Well, the thing is, like, he said he had gotten like the deep nose one before, so like I get why he would be nervous. Like, man, I had this and the shit wasn't pleasant. So, but like the people that like they're telling them like, I'm just gonna go inside your nostril, like it's okay. And they still like, oh my god, that's invasive. Like, bro, chill.
Look, that might have been farther up than we knew.
Right, I was say Sam got hers, and they only went nostril on hers.
Yeah, I know somebody else outside of Ken who said it's just they put that mug all the way up.
I'm like, y'all tripping.
Bro, like aliens, dog.
Yeah, bro. For like minutes straight.
Man, I don't want to have to take that test. Random aside, because we don't have too much left in this episode to talk about. When I was younger, one of the stupid things that I did was stick a sticker up my nose. Because the sticker glue in the dark. So I wanted to see it glow.
Glow. You thought you was that light skin that your nose can glow, little Rudolph.
So I stuck the sticker all the way up, and it was glowing. It did do its job. Okay. It came from the remember them old, like, what was them, Lean Cuisine, a little kid TV dinner joint.
And you stuck a TV dinner joint up your nose?
You might have been the outbreak of Corona in the first place. Like,
bro, passing the shit along.
You just incubated for like 20 years.
Man, listen, I had to go to the doctor. My mom was pissed because she had to come home from work. My uncle called her like, Camille got a sticker up her nose,
and she had to pay that copay.
And she was like, get it out. He's like, it won't come out. She stuck it up there, so she had to come home, take it to the doctor. And to get it out, they had to take like this syringe thing. And they just kept pushing it up, and they were like, "It's going to come in." They're like, "It's going to." Yeah, no, they did not pull it out. It was too far up, so they had to push it.
They had to make you blow it out, though.
It couldn't come. It didn't come out. So they had to push it all the way through so they could come down into my mouth. And they were like, "Now spit it out."
Nice.
And of course, me being a stupid kid, I swallowed it.
Oh shit!
So yeah, I don't want nothing else up my nose. That's the point of this story.
Wild.
I don't want anything else up my nose. I learned my lesson.
Do you think about the times that you could have died? You could have died from a sticker.
From a sticker.
A sticker could have took you out, bro, glowing in the dark and shit.
Oh yeah.
That'd have been sad. How'd she die? Well, she had a sticker up her nose.
On the tombstone.
I just imagine your mom having to tell that story.
Dog, that's embarrassing.
Look, I was little, man. I didn't do many stupid things, but that was one of the stupid things that I did. All right.
She'd have made up a whole ass lie. She couldn't have told nobody you died from stick up your nose, bro.
But also back to Hard Knocks. Yeah, no COVID test. I do not want to be in a position to take that test. I am traumatized.
Rona free, thank God. God is good all the time.
All the time, God is good.
Yeah.
Wait, quick question for y'all. Like, how were y'all with needles? Anybody
I don't know.
with him. Everybody hates
I
him.
I hate him.
I am okay with it as long as I don't watch you insert it. Like if I turn my head and you do it, I'm cool. I just can't keep looking at it.
I can't even watch other people get poked.
Really?
Nope. Well, y'all two don't have tattoos, do you?
Yeah, but I had to get stabbed a million times in the military.
Yeah, I got tattoos though.
They pumped us with so much shit.
Okay, Captain America.
I was gonna say, well, you got the secret serum,
bro.
That's why you beat me in them damn flip flops.
You got that Captain America shit.
No, I hated it every time. As long as I don't see how big the needle is, I just be like, man,
just do it.
Okay, just do it.
They don't bother me for some reason.
We had the peanut butter shot, bro. That damn needle was like this damn thick and this damn big. Nope. Nope.
He's like, all right, take it. Like I don't like it, but like I also don't, like it don't like I see other people be like, oh my god, like noodle. I'm just like, okay.
Hey.
Like the tattoo I definitely watched.
Oh yeah, I watched the tattoo stuff. For some tattoo doesn't bother me. Getting blood drawn is different to me.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I can watch you poke me, but I can't watch you go in me. Pause. 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 Yeah, that's real personal. Anyways, they showed some rookies some love during episode 2. They showed once again Dante Dion when he was laughing through El Drills, which Tim was talking about.
Bro, he was aggravating the hell out of me. I'm like, bro, you go giggle all practice, bro? All practice?
He's happy. What's wrong with being happy?
Cats like that usually get the nicknames, and they usually the one that make us run.
Nigga, that's you. You the
Nah, I wasn't. I hated running. I knew.
No, I mean personality wise.
You personality, sure.
Yeah.
I give you the energy. I give you the yes, the giggles and the laughs and shit like that. You know, just a smile, bang. So, that's my superpower. I know you smiled back. See?
I hate
you had to look away to try not to smile. I just say that's my superpower. So I know I like to bring the laughs and shit like that, but that motherfucker there.
So he just too many laughs.
That was too much giggling, bro. It was time, bro. We'll be in the middle of the drill. Why you still giggling? Loud as fuck too. Chasing cats, giggling. What?
Then they also had showed Rams rookie linebacker Clay Johnston, who like just wants to be perfect, and I was like, dog, you need to lower your expectation a little bit. Like, hey, perfection don't exist. I mean, chase it.
He's a 7th round pick. Like, I get it. You got some shit to prove. You got a chip on your shoulder.
The fact that he was actually saying like fudge and darn, like I'm like, you ain't gonna make it, bro.
Dag,
like,
Philip Rivers.
I was like, Philip Rivers the same nigga.
He just replaced him.
When the camera's on, that nigga be cussing.
I'm with the old and with the new. No, fudge that.
He keeping the Philip Rivers fudge record alive, fam.
Oh my gosh, darn.
I don't know how to pronounce old boy name. I think he was a corner.
Linebacker.
Oh, linebacker, yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. Double O.
What was he doing?
Yeah, Double O. We'll call him that. Double O. He pretty much was just trying to give him some advice. Like you said, he came to him and asked him, like, hey, yeah, I'm just trying to be perfect. How do you be perfect? And he was pretty much like repetition. He was like, but at the same time, he's like, every NFL game got mistakes. And I was like, I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, blown assignments, lead touchdowns, shit like that. Like, if every game was perfect, you wouldn't get no scores. You know what I'm saying? Right. Honestly, it'd be weird. I don't know. But he's like, so just keep playing through that shit and just brush it off because, you just got to keep making plays and do better. And I was like, I mean, that's about as cutting the best advice that he can give him. Like, as a 7th round pick, bro, you're going to make mistakes. Don't try to be perfect. Yeah. Just play through it. Just keep on busting your ass and you'll get there.
Yeah. And episode 2. Oh, you going to say something else?
I was just going to say people focus on the potential for failure. And it's like, it's going to happen. Like, just be prepared to pivot from it. Like, what you do after you fail is the most important thing. Absolutely. Failure is going to happen. Either you learn from it or you crumble from it.
That's a word. That's a sermon.
We need an offer. We need an offer that one. Everybody buy you.
And then they just showed this episode had a lot more because they're able to do a little bit more in training camp. So they got to put the helmets on and hit a little bit. And one dude got hit in the balls, and all you heard, like they made sure to highlight that one. Like, man, did y'all have to show this man? Like
he's like, whoa! They're like, yeah, we got him. I was like, damn, I know that. I was like, that's it. Because either you gonna go straight to the ground, or you just gonna keep on running. You gotta run it off. If you ain't in the deck, you just gonna keep on going. You turn the Forrest Gump. Like until this shit calm down, I gotta just keep moving. Used to this pain now, just slim it down.
I will. Yeah, I am glad that I will never understand what that feels like.
Mm.
The way y'all talk about it sounds like it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, at least after childbirth, y'all have a baby. Like we just get in the nuts and that shit hurt. Like, there's no upside whatsoever. Like.
Oh, but
I'm not equating the two in pain, but I'm just saying like if it's a unique pain to your
gender,
to your situation.
Yeah, that's
kicked in the gonads.
Hey, looks unpleasant. But yeah, that pretty much summed up episode 2 for the most part. Did y'all have anything else y'all wanted to talk about from this one?
One thing I forgot to mention in the first one was the dude that got cut and was pissed about it.
Oh yeah.
Like Anthony Lynn almost reacted like when he was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." He kind of stood up like, "Wait, what'd you say?"
like I heard you, but say that again.
But I think it's interesting that he wound up liking that from that interaction. He's like, he showed me a little bit of fire. And I'm like, I was kind of feeling that a little bit. Yeah. Like we should bring him back. Like keep him on the list.
And his comment about the fact that this season is going to have so much turnover, probably like if you get cut, it's not the end of the world. Like just keep working because you might get opportunity again. And I was like, that's real. Next man up. Like that's real.
Which is what I said like on a previous episode. Like if there's any culture that is going to be like, well, you got COVID, sit your ass down. Next guy get in. Like it's football. So
facts.
They said they're carrying 90 dudes per team. I was like, good God, 90?
They normally have 90 in training camp.
I don't say that. That's what they start with.
Didn't they cut it down to 80 for this year because of COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I do wonder, like, what really you can show, like, going back to that point from earlier, like, what can you show in walkthroughs? Like, I'd be pissed, too, if I got cut. Like from stretching, like like that's all I can show you. Like
I ain't do no routes really. I'm just kind of like jogging the whole time, bro. Like
that's a fact. But he must have shown some level of just not getting something to be cut that early. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless he also secretly snuck someone in when he wasn't supposed to. Like, oh boy,
young honey dip.
She better be bad. Like that's all I gotta say.
You gotta be. Yeah, that pretty much sums up episode 2. How did y'all feel about 2? Did y'all enjoy that one more than the first, or even par, or what?
2 got me a lot more excited for football because 2 started doing football,
hitting a little bit,
and I was like, okay. And Aaron Donald is a monster, bro. Aaron Donald is a monster.
Yeah, he is a beast, though.
Yeah,
they got us.
Like he's like the first defensive tackle I've seen with abs, like clearly defined abs. Like that dude's just like
a monster.
Like he is wide as Tony Saragusa, but with abs. Like how the fuck that happened?
Solid, bro. Solid. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one. Like I said, I like Hard Knocks. So I'm just into it. So.
Oh, tell us how you.
Come on, man.
And with that,
no, the only thing I remember from watching Hard Knocks like years ago is like you kind of tend to get not attached, but like you find characters to kind of start rooting for. And aside from like Dion, like I feel like they haven't really shown like highlighted one specific guy. And I wonder if that's because they are doing 2 teams. And the fact that the rosters are probably smaller, so they don't have as many people to pick from. But
and they don't have as many action plays to say like, okay, this guy's flashing right now.
Right.
They've been doing walkthroughs for weeks.
Yeah. I mean, but the pads is on now, so
yeah,
we'll see how it go.
But like I said, this episode 2, I was way more confused by like who's on what team.
I agree.
It did,
like especially like the lower level ones, like.
And especially towards when they started practicing, because they were doing the action shots where they were just split between the 2 teams, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you had to really pay attention and be like, okay, yeah, this is still the Chargers, or this is the Rams, this is the Chargers.
Like, hell, even like the little yellow part on their helmets are kind of similar. Like
that's what they got me once.
Yeah. When we saw the Rams new uniform shit, I said they kind of like the chart, like a weak version of the Chargers uniforms. And seeing them together, I'm like, yeah. I still hate the Rams uniforms. Do not like. But yeah, y'all ready to close out?
Indeed.
Oh, Brooklyn said, "Time to go, Daddy."
You've been gone too long.
I need some attention. But no, yeah, we hope y'all enjoyed it. This one, as I mentioned earlier, was a little bit longer because we were covering 2 episodes. But from here on, you probably expect about half of this length of a mini pod going forward. For at least for Hard Knocks. Who knows what might come with the others. But yeah, I see your face, Eric. I know. But yeah, we hope y'all enjoyed it. Share the show. If you haven't listened to episode 162 yet, make sure y'all do that. This actually was kind of a nice balance because this week was pretty much all basketball, and then we do a little football here. So, you know, hey. But yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, and PSN at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
Amen.
At Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Yeah, damn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. Harris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To
Give me some.
Give it some.
Stro.
Hey, holla.
Peace out, y'all.